Pacquiao's 46 years old, coming off, as you said, bud, an exhibition where you have to worry about the way he looked. He didn't look good. He took punishment. I'm very concerned. I don't want to stop anyone from making a living, from making money, who's giving away money to his people, probably too much. But he gave away money to his people that is in a position now that he has to fight at 46.
Sums up the way boxing's going these days. The WBC, I think, is for so many years has been known as the most respected out there. You know, the famous green belt. You know, boxing just seems to turn a corner. You know, a 58-year-old Mike Tyson fighting Jake Paul. 46-year-old Manny Pacquiao coming back, not just coming back after years of retirement, straight into the top 10 of the world rankings and fighting for the most prestigious belt of the WBC.
Manny Pacquiao has just suffered an injury during training, and boxing experts are still raising concerns about his comeback. But it's not just the risk of getting hurt in the ring. Another video recently went viral showing Pacquiao being spoon-fed. This is all happening just days before a world title fight. It's been nearly 4 years since his last pro match, where he lost clearly to Yordenis Ugas in August 2021. Many fans thought that was the end. Even Pacquiao himself hinted he was done. But now the story has changed. He's back, and the boxing world is divided. Some are excited. Others are seriously worried.
I made too many comebacks.
As for Manny, just any advice for him at all?
Just be healthy and do what you think you can do. It's a hard thing to answer.
Take that away from somebody. It's kind of taking it away from somebody. You kind of got to find out what's there, right?
Absolutely. You know, you just have to believe in yourself, because if you don't, no one else will. And that's my thing.
Pacquiao's return has sparked emotional debate. After the UGA's fight, he looked completely exhausted. Videos showed him with swollen eyes, lying in bed being spoon-fed by his wife. He wasn't just tired, he looked broken after 12 rounds with Ugas, who had stepped in to replace Errol Spence Jr. at the last moment. At the press conference, Pacquiao said, "In the future, you might not see Manny Pacquiao again in the ring." He seemed ready to walk away. "For decades, I've done so much in boxing. I brought honor to my country, and I'm happy with that," he added.
Smiling.
Welcome back to Los Angeles, Manny.
Boss,
We miss you.
You're looking in tremendous shape. You're ready to fight Barrios tonight and make history, Manny.
Manny, are you excited to step into the ring again?
Yes.
Back then, it felt final. Most people thought Pacquiao's boxing story was over. Now in 2025, he posts on social media, "I'm back. Let's make history." Just like that, the narrative changed. No warm-up fights. No slow return. He's going straight into a world title bout against a younger, active opponent. One of the loudest critics of this comeback is veteran trainer and analyst Teddy Atlas.
Pacquiao against Mario Barrios?
I am. I'm cool with it. If I was cool with Manny Pacquiao coming back and fighting Keith Thurman, I'm definitely going to be cool with this one. Barrios is not a puncher. Thurman was one of the biggest punchers in boxing. I think he's going to be just fine with Mario Barrios, who we know what he is on the top level. He comes up short. He's been stopped by fighters that are less than Manny Pacquiao, Tank Davis. So I like this fight. I think he's not going to be an overwhelming favorite, but I think it'll be a 50-50 fight.
On his podcast, The Fight with Teddy Atlas, he said, "I'm very concerned. I'm not trying to stop anyone from earning a living, but I'm worried." Atlas respects Pacquiao deeply for what he's done for his people, for how generous he's been, but now at age 46, after 72 fights, the concern is physical. "You can't fool yourself," Atlas says. "You're 46. You've had 72 fights. You're playing with fire." He respects Pacquiao's heart, but worries his body can't keep up. He did say that if Pacquiao has to return, Mario Barrios is probably the right opponent. He's no superstar, but still young and dangerous. It's a risky choice. Another voice joining the criticism is Jeff Mayweather, Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s uncle. Speaking on the Mayweather channel, Jeff said, "He's been retired for 3 or 4 years. I don't see why he's even fighting for a world title." Jeff believes boxing has changed, and not for the better. He's upset Pacquiao is jumping straight into a championship fight after years away.
Yeah, it's surprising. Obviously, I know Manny very well. You know, he's a true competitor. He's a guy that if you put something in his head, and obviously to create more history, he's a guy that's going to give everything and, you know, try his best. That's what Manny, one thing I always learned with Manny is give 110% and try your best.
Jeff thinks this disrespects current fighters who've been grinding for years for a title shot. He admits Pacquiao's name is legendary, but insists that doesn't mean he should skip the line. He hasn't earned it now. Other guys have. He says he could win, but that's not the point. It damages the sport's credibility when ranking systems are ignored just for a famous name.
I'm hearing things here. Manny Pacquiao aiming for a shock return to the ring, age 46, Josh.
Yeah, I read something about that, man. It's, that guy's my hero, you know, I named my dog after him and stuff like that, you know, so, but he's touching 50 years old. I think, you know, he should leave it where it is, you know, but, you know, obviously if you get a chance to share a ring with Manny Pacquiao, nobody's going to say no, you know.
Still, some fans are holding on to hope. They remember when Pacquiao shocked the world in 2019 by beating Keith Thurman. He was fast, sharp, and looked world-class even at 40. People said he was too old then, but he proved them wrong. It's why fans believe maybe he can do it again. But hope doesn't stop time, and age always catches up. There's something deeper too. This comeback isn't just about Pacquiao. It's representing the Philippines again. For many, he's not just a boxer. He's a national hero. And that pressure never fades.
I'm a little bit baffled. I'm sitting here actually talking about it because it feels a bit surreal to be talking about Manny Pacquiao coming back and fighting again in a serious contest against a young stud who's a world champion for the welterweight crown. And you think this guy?
What if he wins? What if he wins? What if he pulls it off and wins? Then what? Then who do you put him in with? It's absolutely ridiculous that they're sanctioning a world title fight for the man.
Well, as you say, what this does, it epitomizes.
But the body does fade. Pacquiao has had 72 brutal fights against legends like Barrera, Morales, Marquez, Hatton, Cotto, Margarito, Bradley, Mayweather, and many others. These weren't easy fights, they were wars. And now, after a long break, he's jumping back into a high-level match against someone younger, fresher, and fully active.
It's a pass, I think so.
And he lost to Ugas.
Yeah, close fight.
Yeah.
Again, I think he gets a pass. Is Manny Pacquiao? You can put him one. I don't care. You know, I just want to. I don't mind seeing Manny Pacquiao fighting again for a title. Do I think it's fair? With all honesty, I don't think it's fair.
Yeah.
They should have just made it a fight, and that's it. No title involved. But you know how it is with these sanctioning with the sanctioning fees.
Some say this comeback is about legacy. Others think it's about money. Maybe Pacquiao wants to end his career on a high note. Not with that loss to Ugas. Maybe he truly believes he can make history as the oldest welterweight champion ever. Whatever the reason, the fight is happening. Amir Khan, like many others, was shocked. Speaking in Saudi Arabia, the former champ shared his honest concern. He didn't sugarcoat it.
What did you make of that news when you heard it?
Well, it's boxing today, innit? To be honest with you, boxing's thing. You know, if you can let a 58-year-old Mike Tyson box a Jake Paul, then, you know, Manny Pacquiao going back at 46 doesn't look too bad, does it? But Manny's coming back, though. You know, Tyson was coming back fighting Jake Paul. Manny's coming back fighting for the world title. But, and I say this with love, you know, how has Manny got his world title shot? He's been retired 6 years. He can't.
Khan warned that Pacquiao is one punch away from getting seriously hurt. And at this age, one punch could do more than knock him down. It could change his life. He said the fight with Barrios might look good on paper, but that doesn't mean it's safe. Barrios is still young and hungry. Meanwhile, Pacquiao hasn't been in a real competitive fight since 2021, and he lost that one clearly.
Manny Pacquiao versus Mario Barrios?
Okay, if this was for a massive bag, I get it. But you're fighting for a non-pay-per-view event, so you're going to be fighting for free against a guy like Manny Pacquiao. Why? There are plenty of other fights to be making. But yet we're getting Manny Pacquiao and Mario Barrios. Is Manny Pacquiao even ready to fight in the ring? Why is he? I get he still loves the sport, but listen, you are an all-time great, a legend of the sport, a Hall of Famer. Why return? Why not just go pursue other things?
Khan also pointed to Pacquiao's 2024 exhibition against Japanese kickboxer Rukia Ampo. He didn't look sharp, he looked slow, tired, out of rhythm. It wasn't a legend staying ready. He looked like a man losing the fight against time. Couldn't control the pace or cut off the ring like before. His legs were slow, his reflexes dulled. The magic just wasn't there anymore.
Like I said, looking at his last fight versus Ugas, the last real fight, bro, that was in 2021. That was 4 years ago. Manny Pacquiao's legs were horrible in that fight. Looked like he was stuck in the mud. He was slow. He couldn't get out the way of a right hand to save his life. What is 4 years going to change? 4 years will make him worse. If he haven't been actively training and facing real competition in the gym, bro, he is going to get cooked by Mario Barrios.
Khan also pointed to Pacquiao's exhibition match against...
Meanwhile, Barrios has been putting in work. Since 2021, he's had 5 fights. He's been active, improving, staying in shape. He even beat Ugas, the same fighter who beat Pacquiao. That win earned him the WBC interim belt, and now he's the full champion. At 29, Barrios is fresh and focused. He's not making a comeback. He's defending his title against a man nearly 20 years older.
Yeah, exactly, man. Like, come on, man. You've been out the game, retired. You haven't just been sitting around looking for fights. You've been retired, and you come back, and they give him a title fight. 46 years old, Blake, and this man is given a title fight. I mean,
Pacquiao says he wants to make history. If he beats Barrios, he'll become the oldest welterweight champion ever. That would be another incredible record in a career full of them. He's the only man to win world titles in 8 different weight classes. He beat Thurman at 40, but that was 6 years ago. Back then, he was just past 40. Now he's nearing 50.
Shit with Pacquiao and Barrios, man. Mauricio just want those little sanctioning fees, man. That's all it is. They just want a little sanctioning fees off that Pacquiao purse. I'm not with it. I don't think it's cool. You know, there's other people that kind of deserve that a little better. I personally wanted Boots and Barrios to clash. You know, he got a fight on the way. You know what I'm saying? But it's just stupid.